Hi, I'm Jerry. What's your name?
Hi, Jerry. I'm Susie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Where are you from, Susie?
I'm from Canada. How about you?
I'm from the United States. Which city in Canada do you live in?
I live in Toronto. Have you ever been to Canada?
Yes, I visited Vancouver once. How old are you, Susie?
I'm 24 years old. And you?
I'm 26. What do you do for a living?
I'm a teacher. I teach English to children. What do you do?
That's cool. I'm an engineer. I work with computers. Do you like teaching?
Yes, I love it. It's very rewarding. What about your job? Do you enjoy it?
I do. I like solving problems. What do you like to do in your free time?
I love reading and hiking. How about you?
I enjoy playing basketball and watching movies. Do you have any favorite movies?
Yes, I love the Lord of the Rings series. What's your favorite movie?
I'm a big fan of Inception. Do you prefer books or movies?
That's a tough one. I think I prefer books. How about you?
I'm more of a movie person. What kind of books do you like?
I like mystery novels. Do you like to travel?
Yes, I love traveling. I've been to several countries. Have you traveled outside Canada?
Yes, I've been to a few places in Europe. Do you have a favorite country to visit?
I really enjoyed Japan. What's the best place you visited?
I think Switzerland was amazing. The mountains are beautiful. Do you prefer the mountains or the beach?
Definitely the mountains. I love hiking. Do you have any hobbies?
Yes, I enjoy painting and playing the piano. What about you?
I like photography. What's your favorite food?
I love sushi. What's yours?
Pizza for sure. Do you cook often?
Yes, I try to cook every day. What about you?
I'm not the best cook, but I try. Do you have any pets?
Yes, I have a dog named Max. Do you have any pets?
No pets for me, but I'd like to get a cat one day. What's your favorite season?
I love autumn because of the colorful leaves. What's your favorite season?
I like summer because of the warm weather. Do you prefer hot or cold weather?
I prefer cold weather. Do you like to go skiing or snowboarding?
I've tried snowboarding, but I'm not very good at it. Have you ever gone skiing?
Yes, I ski every winter. What's something you'd like to learn?
I'd love to learn how to play the guitar. How about you?
I'd like to learn how to speak another language. Do you speak any other languages?
A little bit of Spanish. What languages would you like to learn?
I'm thinking about learning French. Do you think languages are hard to learn?
They can be, but practice makes it easier. What's something you've learned recently?
I've been learning about photography. What about you?
I've been learning more about programming. Do you like technology?
Yes, I find it fascinating. Do you think technology makes life easier or harder?
I think it makes life easier, but it can be overwhelming sometimes. What do you think?
I agree. It's helpful, but we need to balance it. What's your favorite thing to do on weekends?
I like going for long walks and relaxing. How about you?
I enjoy spending time with friends and family. Do you prefer to stay in or go out?
I like staying in, especially when I'm tired. What's your favorite type of music?
I like pop and rock music. What kind of music do you listen to?
I enjoy jazz and classical music. Have you ever been to a concert?
Yes, I went to a concert last year. Do you like going to concerts?
Yes, I've been to a few. Do you play any instruments?
I play the piano. What about you?
I used to play the guitar, but I haven't practiced in a while. What's one thing you'd like to do this year?
I'd like to travel more. What's something on your bucket list?
I'd love to skydive one day. Have you ever done something adventurous?
Yes, I went bungee jumping once. It was scary but fun. Do you like adventure sports?
I think they're exciting, but I'm a bit cautious. What's your favorite way to relax?
I like to read a good book or take a long walk. How do you relax?
I enjoy listening to music or watching a movie. Do you think it's important to have time to relax?
Definitely. It's important to recharge.
Do you like celebrating holidays?
Yes, it's a nice break from the usual routine. Do you have any special traditions?
My family always makes a big meal for holidays. Do you have any family traditions?
We usually go on a small vacation during the holidays. What's the most memorable holiday you've had?
Probably when we all went to the mountains one Christmas. It was magical. What's yours?
When I traveled to Europe for the first time. It was a great experience.
That sounds amazing. Traveling is such a great way to experience new cultures. Do you have any travel plans coming up?
Not at the moment, but I'd love to plan something for next year. Maybe another trip to Europe. How about you? Any upcoming plans?
I'm thinking about visiting Japan next year. I've always wanted to see the cherry blossoms.
That sounds like a fantastic trip. I've always heard great things about Japan. How have you been handling all the work stress?
I've been managing, but it's definitely been overwhelming at times. I find that when I get too stressed, I need to take a step back and refocus. What do you usually do to unwind after a long day? I've been trying out different ways to relax, but nothing seems to stick.
I totally get that. When I'm stressed, I usually take a long walk or do some yoga. I've found that it helps clear my mind. Lately, I've also been getting into meditation. Have you ever tried meditating? I think it's a great way to relax and get centered, especially when life gets chaotic.
I've tried meditation a few times, but I struggle with keeping my mind from wandering. Maybe I should give it another shot. I've heard so many good things about it. Speaking of activities, what's one hobby you picked up recently that you're really enjoying?
Actually, I've started learning how to bake. It's been a lot of fun experimenting with different recipes, especially cakes and pastries. I never thought I'd enjoy baking as much as I do. Have you ever tried baking, or is there something new you've been wanting to learn?
That's awesome. I've baked a few things here and there, but nothing too fancy. I think it would be fun to try out more complicated recipes like bread or croissants. As for something new I want to learn, I've been considering picking up a musical instrument, maybe the piano. Do you play any instruments?
I used to play the violin when I was younger, but I haven't touched it in years. I've been thinking about getting back into it, though. It's such a beautiful instrument, and I miss the way it feels to play music. Have you ever played any instruments before, or would the piano be your first?
I played the guitar for a while, but I was never really that good at it. I think the piano would be a fresh start for me. It seems like a challenging yet rewarding instrument. What's one skill you've mastered that took you a long time to perfect? I bet learning the violin wasn't easy.
Learning the violin definitely took a lot of patience and practice, But I think one of the most challenging things I've ever mastered was public speaking. I used to be terrified of speaking in front of people, but I worked hard at it and now I'm much more confident. Do you enjoy public speaking, or is it something you find nerve-wracking?
I used to hate it, but I've come to accept that it's a necessary skill. I wouldn't say I enjoy it, but I've gotten better at controlling my nerves. It's all about preparation and practice, I suppose. What's one piece of advice you would give someone who's just starting out with something difficult, like public speaking or learning a new skill?
I'd say the most important thing is to be patient with yourself. Progress doesn't happen overnight, and it's easy to get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Consistency and perseverance are key. How do you stay motivated when things get tough, especially with something you're struggling to learn or improve on?
I try to remind myself of why I started in the first place and focus on the small victories along the way. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the bigger picture, but when I take things one step at a time, it feels more manageable. Do you set specific goals when you're working on something, or do you prefer to go with the flow?
I'm definitely more of a goal setter. I find that having specific, measurable goals helps me stay focused and organized. But I also try not to be too rigid because sometimes life throws unexpected challenges your way. How do you handle setbacks or failures? I've learned that bouncing back from them is an important part of the process.
Setbacks are tough, but I try to see them as learning opportunities. It's never easy, but I remind myself that failure is part of growth. I've learned some of my most valuable lessons from my mistakes.
Well, it's been great chatting with you, Jerry. I feel like I've learned a lot about you.
Same here, Susie. It was nice getting to know you better. Maybe we'll cross paths again sometime.